Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday the 4th and Friday the 5th of January 2018. Let's look at the ES front month futures contract, daily chart of the broad market futures form, up again on Wednesday. So far, first 2 days of the year up. We'll discuss what that means again later on after we go through some of this other stuff. So crude oil closing a big day up there, 61.87. New highs for the year on crude oil. Going to start to see that at the pump soon. Gold down $3.10. It's kind of a blip after running up the last 2 weeks. S&P cash index gained 17.25. Nasdaq 100 gained 64.46. Both of these gapped up again first. We'll see that when we look at the intraday action here. The stocks gains 22.16. The biotech's up 45.25. So everything up 2 days in a row. The VIX retreats another 62 cents to 9.15, one of the lowest closes of all times on the VIX. Trend closes at 0.90. That puts the 10-day moving average at 0.94. Let's count backwards. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so all the numbers that are going to drop off for the next week are all below 1. So it's not going to, you have to get some really low numbers to get that 10-day moving average even lower from here, at least in the next 5 days. Nasdaq volume was 2.1 billion, almost 2.2 billion shares. This is good volume. Best we've seen in a couple of weeks. Best in a month, really. So we're starting to see it come back at the start of the year. This is what happens, right? Advance decline ratio on the NASDAQ plus 290. So there's a few more stocks up than down. On the New York plus 557. Google off to a good start this year, up another $18.31. New all-time highs on Google. Apple loses 3 cents. Amazon up 15.19, almost to new highs, but still operating under the risk line of that 13 sell signal. Netflix up $3.98. That's a new closing high on Netflix, but you'll notice that's lined up exactly with that 13 sell signal. Pretty amazing there. Tesla loses $3.28. This thing hasn't gone anywhere for a while, has it? TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up 60 cents. Goldman Sachs down $2.38. And the Dow almost to 25,000. All right, let's take a look at the intraday action. So 5-minute candles on the ES. There it is. Again, we had gapped up Monday morning, pushed a little higher, and then dead flat all day until right into the close. And then the last couple candles ticked up, and then you gapped up again Tuesday morning, pushed higher again, got pretty flat over lunch, made new highs one more time, and that was about it. If you look at the Nasdaq side, this is a pretty interesting run here on the Nasdaq. 200 points in 2 days. We had a lot of winners again on the stock side. I wouldn't say anything was super huge. Rich's calls worked well. He even had a short that worked in win today if you were interested in that, but we were mostly focused on the long side. Futures worked really well for us as well, and we had a good winner in Forex. So, and again, 2 days in a row, good start to the year. But again, what typically happens is if you get the first 3 days of the year in one direction, the rest of the month of January usually goes the other way. So that would mean if we get one more up day, even flat to up, I would say at this point, then you would look at the rest of January to potentially be lower. We will see. Let's look at the economic data that's coming out. 7:30 a.m. Thursday, Challenger job cuts. 8:15 ADP non-farm employment change. 8:30 the unemployment claims. That's the initial and continuing claims weekly number. 9:45 final services PMI. 10:30 natty gas. 11 crude oil inventories. That's the weekly numbers on those. On Friday, because this is the last market preview for the week. We don't typically do previews for Fridays, so we'll just combine everything up here. But on Friday, we have two big numbers at 8:30 a.m. We've got the unemployment rate with the non-farm payroll changes, and we've got trade balance. At 10 a.m., we've got ISM non-manufacturing PMI and factory orders. And that is it. So we will probably not have a preview for Friday as usual, and we'll just see. We could hopefully get a good trading day on Thursday again. Friday might slow down. Remember, this big storm and weather problem back east is definitely going to have an impact on the market. And it's if everybody gets stuck inside, basically, which is what this is starting to look like. So we'll see. That might slow things down for Friday. But it's a good week so far. It's a good start to the year. And next week should be even better. But again, if we get the 3 days up, let's look for that reversal after that at some point and see what the rest of the month brings us. Hopefully the volume stays up and we're good. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading rest of your week.